This is Gas Clean Statements from Gearworks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, here with an episode of Logic at Dawn. Thanks so much for joining in. This is a new series dedicated to early morning streaming, so that I have an opportunity to hang out with my friends from across the pond, you guys who are up late on the back shift, and you guys who are up super early with your cup of joe. We're going to get things started here pretty quickly with Fast RMX on the Nintendo Switch. One of the things that this series is going to focus on, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, is because as much of a variety streamer as I am, because of having to cover things for the podcast and blogging and keeping up with kind of the latest releases, I am a big fan of racing, driving games, simulations, flight sims, space sims, and that's what we're going to be doing predominantly here in these morning sessions. So it gives me an opportunity to present maybe some games to you guys that you haven't seen before, or for a lot of you guys, nostalgic favorites that you'll love, and it gives me an opportunity to have some dedicated gaming time to one of my favorite genres. So we'll see how long that sticks. We might switch it up and focus on another genre. I'm not sure. But one of the things that I definitely want to do in these morning sessions is focus a little more tightly on a specific set of games or a specific style of games than the normal variety stream that takes place on weeknights. One thing that I'm going to try and do here, oh, nope, that's not going to work, so we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to be getting all the audio spooled up here, and then we're going to be getting started. Thanks so much for joining in. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of joe, join in on the conversation.
Subsonic.
And this is a really hard game for me, and I've been off of it for a bit, so it's going to take me quite a number of races to get settled into things, so come along for the ride.
Subsonic. Thallium. Zebra Genetics. Welcome to Hibashira Speedway.
I'm not even certain that I remember the controls on this very well. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna actually. Oh. Thought that I'd be able to restart that. Maybe not. Now, one of the things you do here is you change your polarity color. I don't remember what control that is. I think maybe it's Y. No. X, okay. Because if your polarity is the wrong color when you hit the boost pads, then it actually slows you down. Like I said, it's going to be a little herky-jerky here, as one might expect when starting a live stream at 3:30 in the morning. Ooh, a lot of air on this one. Then you hit boost. Oh, no, way off. You hit boost with the A button, but of course, the A button on the Nintendo controller is
only 2 laps
up and to the right, where it is on most Western controllers on the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. So That also dorks me up quite a bit. Of course, I'm playing with the Nintendo Pro controller because I just refuse to put up with the Joy-Cons anymore. So yeah, so everything that I'm trying to manage here is I'm trying to drive the thing, remember to hit boost, remember to change my polarity. Often, frequently, and at a certain point you just get cognitive overload, screw something up. But it is a really fun game on the Switch that I think doesn't get enough credit. And this was a launch game. So I'm sure that some of the audio mix balance aren't perfect right now. So we're going to be going through and checking that and making some adjustments. Trying to see if I'm on the final lap here. Yeah. One of the things that we're definitely going to be doing during Logic at Dawn is also breaking out a lot of my driving and racing peripherals that I love playing with. I don't have any for the Nintendo Switch. There just aren't any. But we'll be shifting around and we're playing on PC. You know, I'll definitely be bringing out wheels and pedals, specialized headsets, things like that. And depending on how the servers are populated, we'll get into some multiplayer as well. I actually really like Fast RMX's multiplayer. It's one of the things I know I'm having a problem with. I cannot hear my background music here. On to the next round here in a bit, but I need to check the audio mix balance real quick before we get moving on, just in case that's particularly irritating right now. One second. Alright. Okay, so one of the adjustments I tried to make, it sounded like the in-game audio was up a little loud, so try to make an adjustment for that. We're going to see if we can run these back. Not sure what's going on. We're getting ads. Very unnecessary for a music video. This is the championships. I don't know if it's going to let us run them back.
Welcome to
Nope.
Coast.
one of those games that doesn't give you any pause time. Alright, oh! Got off to a nasty start. Here we go. See if we can catch this up. This is all we're just going to call this warm-up. Not take things too much to heart. I also picked kind of one of my entry-level craft, so... Let's go, meat. Get some air there. Blue, oh, you scone. One of the things I don't like is I hate how they get the bump. Messed that up. I hate how they get that bump on you, and I'm like, I do not know. I've spun a guy out, like, whenever I spin one of these guys out, it's like by pure luck. Here we go. We're getting such guys. Game logic warmed up already. Is he warmed up? Oh, bad polarity. Let's get it high. Alright, let's go blue. Oh! One of my favorite movies of all time, Big Trouble in Little China. Main character, Jack Burton. Got this line. Talks about, I never drive faster than I can see. Play games like this and Red Out. There's been several of these games that have been, I mean, PlayStation came back with the Wipeout collection. There was this. Classic. And, come on. Get that podium. This game, this game can be a cruel mistress. That's what I'm talking about. If I can hold on to this. There we go. Big ups. Big ups. Not getting any boost. I need something very badly. Sparkling. All the boost pads are coming up off the racing line. I mean, I edged up into second here. This might be the big dilly. Go, go, go. There we go. Nailed it! Alright, in between races here, we're going to be checking out the audio mix to try and get this thing nailed down perfect. Like I said, I made an adjustment for the in-game audio balance to my voice commentary, so it should have been a little bit better this race. Let me check it. Alright, so I think I've got the audio mix balance dialed in. Perfect. Oh, no. I'm gonna restart my music set here. So we can get Max crazy. Up in this piece. So of course I am still packing up, prepping to move, so trying to pull off getting a new live stream series started has been not easy. We pretty much got started on time this morning, about 20 minutes late. It's not horrible. And then, like I said, it was the first time. I'm definitely going to have to consider one of the things I worked on yesterday. I gotta remember, there's a weird trick you gotta do in getting boost on takeoff. I haven't settled into where I'm getting that down. There we go. Went high to get those boosts. Oh! Yeah, you get a lot of crazy on this game. That's one of the reasons I'm a big fan of it, and I feel like this game doesn't get its due. And constantly having to think about switching polarity. Are we? I can't blast it. I can't see what position I'm in. Where I have the studio lamps on. Oh, no, okay, right, bottom right hand corner, alright. I thought it was in the top left, it's the top left, where it was included by the studio lamp. Woo! Ugh, dirty and nasty. Oh, he's still gonna rock. Ah, come on. Yeah, and there is a break in this game. I just basically never use it. Boost is... Ah! What a clown. Fourth place. Not looking like you're going to get a podium. Come on! Probably the worst thing about these early morning sessions is my allergies are kind of off the chain in the morning. I guess wrong on where the boost bubbles were gonna be. And another rock! Flippy-doo! Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You slipped up into third, you might pull off a podium. Focus. Flip that polarity, baby. Boom. Go, go, go! Nails the third place finish on the podium. Then again, there are worse ways that I could get a Monday morning started. So the question is, oh, second overall? That's a podium finish. Bye-bye. Show me that medal. Yeah, like I said, I love racing and flying and space sim games, but one of my problems is with all the variety streaming I have to do and trying to cover all the games releases in the year, is I don't get a lot of time. Racing and flight sims and space sims, they take a particular focus because you really have to learn those systems, particularly when you come out flight sims and space sims. But even racing games, for me, you really have to settle into kind of a big groove. And like I said, I just don't get the dedicated playtime to those, so I'm really looking forward to these morning sessions. I was struggling to figure out how to get some additional live streams on my schedule, and at the end of the day, the only way I could squeeze it, there we go, some new unlocks. The only way that I could squeeze it was to create more time in the early hours of the morning, basically, so that's what we're doing. hopefully that'll work out okay. Ah, nice. One of the things that I don't like about this game is you can't put custom paint schemes on your craft. Let's stick with championship. I'm just gonna keep working and grinding this. So I have not placed on Palladium yet. Yeah, it's another thing about this game is once you launch it, it's going. So, but one of my problems was, like I said this morning, in these early hours, especially my. So let's see if we can get this. Nope, didn't get the big boost. I didn't get the big boost, but at least I didn't get the penalty. This craft feels a little bigger and faster, but not as maneuverable. Ooh. And yeah. This game is one where you can get into a lot of ruts, and it will just be a lap full of crashes. Might be what we're about to see here. But yeah, my eyes water pretty much from the start of the mowing season until about Thanksgiving. Some days are better than others. I might have to use a little break with
Only 2 laps to go.
Oh, there we got a spinny doodle. And this track is really narrow. Left got the wrong polarity. And I talk about that cognitive load and just having enough like brain capacity left to think. I'm so focused on how narrow the track is and trying to get this big chubby racer around the corners. That when I'm derping is that's some trash. What I'm derping is changing polarity. Oh. Final lap and I'm way behind. I feel like this is a vessel that doesn't accelerate very quickly, but once it gets up to speed it's pretty fast, but there we go. I'm way off of getting a podium finish though. Come on. Come on. Hey, if you can see it, there's a big speed drop off, like just whenever you lose boost. No! Now, if you remember though, I finished 7th in the last championship. And everything turned out okay. I don't know that that's going to be the case here.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
I was talking to some friends of mine over the weekend, some of my online associates and peers, and one of the things we talked about was how, when we were kids, we loved like that being up first on Saturday or Sunday morning and getting downstairs and gaming, and even as an adult, I just like
Sunahara Plains.
when I could get up. Nope, still didn't get the big boost. we didn't get the penalty hit either. Man, those are some quick transitions on polarity there. Try to not get it. So, what the clock was that? Are there like... Oh, yes there are! I was just like, are there like flame pits that just light up when you go over them? Yes, that is exactly the case. Yeah, there are quite a number of games that do, you know, what this game does. There's been really a resurgence of this style of game subgenre in the last few years. Here's Red Out Enhanced Edition on PC, which I play a healthy amount of on PC. That is actually also available for Nintendo Switch, but I haven't played the Switch version of it. Oof. Alright, we got through that okay. Got no boost. It's a bit risky to push that go past back there, but I felt like if I could get by him in the flame pits, then I could improve my chances of closing up on the front pack. This setup is a very weird setup for me. Generally, because I play on PC so much, one of the things that I really prefer is I prefer kind of the couch or big chair gaming with my consoles in front of a big TV. But because I'm because I'm in the process of moving, I've got the TV packed up. Now you're getting into the freaking, oh man, all the way back to 10th? Not good. I really like the Middle Eastern and Indian influences in this song pack. Ooh, that was horrible. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting a podium finish out of this. But yeah, one of the reasons I really wanted to get to this format was to get to that, you know, getting up first thing in the morning, getting a cup of coffee, and getting down in front of the console and getting gaming. Still not getting the big boost takeoff. Oh, way off, way off. I realized where I was mid-air and I was like, nope, you're not getting that back on track. Polarity change. This is rough. This is one of the tougher tracks, which would explain why I haven't podiumed this yet. I got this fat, tubby spacecraft. Have any boost? Yeah, I got a little bit. Woo! So many polarity shifts on this track.
Only 2 laps to go.
This is crazy. Oh, get it back, get it back. No. Ah. Come on. Blue. You gotta pass over the overhead there. It will eventually happen that I'll be underpowered, making making that jump, and we'll come down right on top of that crossbar. Oh! Almost derped that because I thought that was actually the end of the race. There we go. Finally landed it. Woo! That's a tough jump back there. There's a lot of air, and then it goes off camber and jerks you back over to the left-hand side of the track. Come on. Well, better than last, at least, I would hope. So the plan for the Logic and Dawn series is to be... We'll probably just run those right back with a different craft. That was PDH. Pretty damn horrible. Yeah, so I have 1 ranked, 2 ranked, 3 ranked. Alright, so I tried that in the Fulcon. Let's try that in the Muller. Which is cool, because that's the new ship that I've unlocked.
Welcome to Neo Kyoto.
Oh, 2. Still not getting it. My problem is I need some practice launches to even remember. I haven't played in so long, I don't really remember what the trick is. Now this thing has a lot of polarity changes too on a much more narrow and faster paced track. It's dirty trash, yo. So this game, unlike Wipeout and Redout, this game is not a weapons-based mag level racing game. You completely derped that all on your own. That wasn't anybody else's fault. You just doofed all the polarity changes. You're not doing horrible. You're in 5th place. Leaves you in a good position to reel some of these guys back in. Nice landing. Actually up into 4th now, if you can hang tight. See if we can reel 3 in. Ah, no, you missed the boost pad. There you go. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. There you go. Oh, I don't... Oh, you had him. You had him. Oh, all the way back to 6th, 7th. You probably don't have enough runway to recover that. Boost bubbles. Focus. Really a nice path that I cut on the boost pad there. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Gets you into fourth. Not horrible. Considering that you landed 7th last time. So while I plan on keeping the focus a little tighter on these morning sessions, it's still going to be a little categorical on exactly where we're going to wind up. So what I'm going to do is, it's always going to be racing, as of right now, the plan is it's always going to be racing and flight games.
3, 2, 1.
That may have been it. Ooh. Yeah, you must have hit the super boost to be up in 4th here right at the start of the race. It's tough. I can't tell if I actually hit the super boost with the right timing or if I got hit in the back by somebody who did. I noticed I got a little nudge there at takeoff. But yeah, it's going to be a little categorical of where we wind up because I'm still going to, whatever platform I'm on, for LogIQ Dawn is going to be based on whatever the variety platform I'm on, based on whatever release I'm playing at the time. So right now, for the evening primetime variety show, I'm playing Pillars of Eternity, which is this month's new release. I went for the boost, went for the glory, got toast. Oh man, that's a harsh fallback all the way to the back of the pack. Need to learn to leave that boost-ish alone. Let's go blue. Tried a hard brake coming off that corner. Alright, we've gotten some of the gap back. Go, go, go. Got him. Nice. Wasn't intentional, but I'm not going to look that gift horse in the mouth. But yeah, so whatever the morning, whatever LogIQ Dawn is, will be tightly coupled to whatever we're playing for the variety streams at night. So we are on Switch now because I'm playing Pillars of Eternity, the new August release for Nintendo Switch from Obsidian. I think actually the port was done by a different studio, but Obsidian was still pretty involved, I believe. We're going to put it to the test, but one of the other reasons I picked racing and simulation games for the morning streams is because it's one of those genres that I've said I can just play forever. So we're going to be putting that to the test. Let's see if that's the case. Course, so one of the other big things I wanted to do is I also wanted to make this morning session like heavily music based to kind of get my morning pump. It's right after this. At least my plan right after this. Just to go to the gym. Get a quick run in the mornings. Not sure that that's going to work out. Blasted. I forgot we were running these back. I forgot that whole deal. But I was kind of not disappointed, but I thought there were some better solutions for some more integrated solutions for streaming music on Twitch. They're not what I conceived in my head, as far as I can tell. I thought that there was a Spotify extension for Twitch. That appears to not be the case. I guess there are... Oh, man. I guess there are Twitch playlists on Spotify. Which I just didn't surface. Like, I wanted like a big, you know, like 100 track playlist or something that would last a full 3-hour live stream. But I just found like really short playlists of like 20 songs that last like an hour. And I was like, well, I don't want to have to remember to go then and, you know, restart or cycle the playlist. Now, there's lots of Twitch extensions that will integrate with your Spotify account. And will, you know, show like now playing whatever you're playing on Spotify. Which is fine, but, you know, as we all know, Twitch's enforcement of, I know that typically what they do is they will just mute your VOD, which would impact, you know, the way I like to export my content to my YouTube channel. My YouTube subscribers appreciate, because they can just kind of watch the things as reruns, you know, on their own time, asynchronously from the live stream. Alright, so we reeled that one back, despite the derped up start. But I decided I didn't want to roll those dice, because that's just, I mean, I know Twitch tends to not enforce it. And when I say enforce it, you know what they're theoretically supposed to do is take your video down and possibly even potentially suspend you, or, I mean, probably not ban you, but suspend you, temporary ban or whatever. But I was kind of like, well, that's just a matter of, you know, whatever streamer happens to run over that particular hand grenade, you know, on the day they decide that they're going to start enforcing it. You know, and while it might just be a temporary ban, it could also be something more impacting. That would just be a pain in the patootie from a paperwork standpoint. Twitch support is not always the most responsive when you need help. So I decided I just didn't want to roll those dice and wind up being that guy. Cup unlock. Cuppa. Very cool. Iridium. And a new Industries. Now even just this makes it a kind of worthwhile to spend this dedicated time. Because I've been getting unlocks and kind of moving the progression model along, but it's been slow going. Now what's curious to me is I've almost got, you know, all I have left are these last 3 remaining championships. that would be...
What does love feel like?
The metrics just seem off. So theoretically, hopefully when I complete these last 3 tracks, I would be at like 33%. So that each of these is a third, so that the championship total would then go to 100. It seems like... I don't know, maybe that's right. So each of these would kind of be like, each of these 3 would kind of be about 8%. So that's about right. I'm probably tracking correctly. Alright. Try and race this in the bliss first. New vehicle, new track. Let's get this.
3, 2, 1.
Still didn't get it. Straight into the boost, change that polarity. Oh! There's no guardrails on the track. There's no guardrails on the track. What the flip? How are you... Well, we're about to go into some serious trial and error here. I can't even. Like the notion of what a track is just like not even. It may only be bad in these first few turns here. Blue, gold, yellow. Really got to focus on making big advances on these straightaways. Come on with that. I do have to kind of think about this as reconnaissance laps go. Nice, big boosts. Watch out for the rocks. Already in the final lap? This is totally a wing and a prayer. Just when I get out of this. Blue, gold. Blue, boost it. Seeing if I can walk fourth back. Got fourth. Come on, eyes, don't start watering now. Big. Boost, boost.
Great speed becomes great.
What are you guys moaning for? That's fourth place. I'm quite happy. I could have just been a flippin' smear of metal and blood on the side of the road with the way that there's no guardrails on that track. But yeah, so at the end of the day, what I decided to do about music was I just decided to stick with trying to find independent artists on YouTube and grabbing their non-copyrighted gaming music. Some of these appear to be really good, like this one.
Welcome to Sendai Outpost. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you're getting the bump. That dude up there with a Mad Car. Oh, bad, bad, bad. You gotta make choices. You gotta make choices. I was very indecisive on that. It just totally caught me off guard when I looked up and realized there was a left and a right.
One of the most challenging parts
Every once in a while, there's one of the reasons. Oh no, you! What the flock?
Violent, vengeful.
All right, we're hitting a commercial here.
We might think we shouldn't be experiencing them, but these
See if
thoughts
we
are
can skip
perfectly
the
natural,
ad.
and there's obviously no need to act on them. But why do they seem?
Alright, we're about 35 minutes into a 1-hour music track. This is,
I'm gonna kill you old
this
style.
music mix, no copyright EDM, gaming music, trap, house, dubstep on the Magic Music channel on YouTube. To give those guys a little credits. No. Yeah, this is definitely a reconnaissance lap. I just don't see pulling anything major out of this. Oh. Oh. Okay, that turned out okay. It looks like it was a 360 loop for a second. I'm at 10th. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, Zixcarium. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thanks so much for swinging through the live stream. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time this morning. I apologize, you're catching me, you just caught me in a double polarity whiff right there. But yeah, this is a new, completely derped. That track, it's a good design. It deliberately misleads you into thinking you need to go right when you need to go left. So you're catching me during some reconnaissance laps on a new championship that I haven't played before. At least that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Gold, gold, blue. Gold, blue. I have to remind myself that as bad as this track is, it is not as bad as Red Out Enhanced Edition in VR. Which I don't know that I can even play that at this time in the morning without just completely losing my marbles. Nope. Man, this is the second track in this championship that has these sections with no guardrails. Yeah, this is one of these sections that just makes it tough to live stream something like this. Probably a track that I'm gonna have to work off stream. Oof, very bad. Right. Oof. Bad. It's a serious feels bad man right there.
Welcome to Caldera Post. 3, 2, 1.
Still not figuring out the boost thingy. So it's some... I mean, I know what the subset of top possible tricks are. It's either you're hitting the boost right before the numbers change and the light ticks, or you're hitting it at the exact moment that they tick, or you're hitting it right after. And like I said, it's one of those three things. I don't remember which it is, but you only get 3 races per championship to try each iteration. And on top of that, it's like, it's not only like that's the base paradigm, but oh, sunlight's right in my eyes. But yeah, we're definitely going to be impacted by the choices. When it comes to PC, I've got tons of choices of stuff to play to stay on theme with Logic at Dawn. But not that many. I need to get a little more aggressive. I didn't realize I was in 4th. Thought I had a bit more derpitude. Was way in the back. No! Come on. Not settling into the focus. Oh man, I just completely lost. When I went airborne, I was like, whoa. I just had no situational awareness on where I was on the track or in midair. Missed that airborne there.
More than 40 draws for all styles, shapes,
Yep.
and occasions.
Another commercial.
So I see Elevate almost.
I feel like I don't want to take my focus off to deal with that right now, though.
I'm seeing myself improve in different ways that I didn't know I could.
I write a lot in my job every
Wouldn't be a real morning show without commercials.
And I just don't have all the words.
I wanted that to be the final lap. I was completely fine with a 3rd place finish. Blue, go, blue. Okay, now, yeah, now your guys' commercials messing up my flow.
Into the games, it's fun. It's
Alright, they trying to monetize and get their commercial on. I can understand that. Doesn't make me happy though. Alright, let's see if we can stick back with it. I was just saying, I was like, there's a polarity change coming up. Flat foot! Yeah, and you're at a part of the track where you're not going to be able to walk that back. I can't blame that on changing up the music. The exact same thing could have happened if I hadn't, It's a dope little ship, though. I like the styling on this. And I think it's based on the way I'm walking people down, even in these short little sections of catch-up. It seems like it's faster in top speed the rest of the field. Get off me, you derpity do.
Are we having fun yet?
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. now at some point this week. So the plan for the morning shows is, as of right now, we're gonna run Platinum back. Run them back. Alright, so I was piloting the Bliss. Let's try the Full Con. Now we can see Full Con's got top speed here, but as I said, the acceleration is not great on it.
Vulcan Capital.
But let's see, maybe if we can get it up to top speed, it'll be okay.
Welcome to
I gotta remember that this is the track without guardrails too. What you definitely can't do is, whatever the trick is, it's definitely not grab the accelerator and hold on to it. That will cause you to actually stall out at the start. Now your problem here that you gotta keep in mind is this thing's top speed is higher, right? So really gotta watch when you come around these sections without the guardrails. This thing might be more uncontrollable. Get that on the sides here. Come on, let's white knuckle it and get it down. Gold. Having to bleed off so much speed on the sections without the guardrail because of this thing's top speed. Come on, get back on it. Wasn't worth the risk. We went too high risk on that. Really paying the price by losing some big positions here. Oh, a couple knocks. No, no, no. Get off with that, Woody. You were very lucky that that worked itself out. Blue. Gold. See if we can dust him on this corner. Nope. That was some... and he caused me to miss all the boosts. What a jackwagon. Man, that may have done you in for the race. I think that the Bliss craft that I was flying before, you would... I think the difference with the craft that I was driving last race is its acceleration was high. And so it recovered a lot faster when I made a doof. That was harsh. Harsh and buzz. Got some harsh language there. Well, the nice thing about this morning is it looks like I'm not competing with a lot of bandwidth.
Outpost.
No, no, don't give me the ad.
Rare has developed binge learning, entertaining, educating.
It's getting so frustrating. Now got sections up here too with no guardrail. I think the way I'm going to handle that is I'm going to be a little more judicious about when I apply my boost. I'm not going to do it here. Okay. And I think that's really all it's a matter of is just don't apply your boost to that section. Nope. Oh man, you got totally lucky on that. I didn't make any choices. I just held on. I was like, I hope this thing finds a place to land. Now we got no boost, but we are up in the 5th.
Only 2 laps to go.
This is such a weird racing sub-genre to be in when a lot of my other racing time is spent in things like Formula 1 and rally racing, which are firmly grounded in real-world physics. Okay, don't hit the boost here. Ow. Stick it. Nice. All right. It wasn't pretty, but it still worked. I missed the last boost pad that would have been on it. Oh, he got knocked. Ah. Oh, one of the key things though too is when you get a static grippy. No with that. Because you do a boost pad polarity. I keep wanting to say launch pad is not to panic. Because generally what I will do often, it's not the right thing, is I will often miss the polarity and then feel like I should switch after I miss it, which then sometimes will set you up to miss the next polarity. Had no boost.
You failed like a pro.
Thanks, announcer. But I do have several of these games in the repertoire, so, you know, like I said, the Wipeout Enhanced Edition or whatever, the collection. Well, I have that on PlayStation, which PlayStation's boxed up, so we won't be playing that anytime soon. Maybe once we get to the other side and I have the new Stream Studio set up.
Welcome to Caldera Post.
Still not getting the super boost. What'll happen is, and this is what I hate, is one of these races I'll hit it by pure luck, and then I'll be like, I don't know what I just did, so then I won't be able to repeat it. Okay, so this is the one. I don't think there are any sections without guardrails on this, but what'll happen is there's some blind jumps where you catch air, but you can't see what's coming up on the track in front of you. Got no boost. Missed the grip. But I'm up in the pack, so I'm not picking up any boost bubbles. Missed the air jump there. One thing this track completely kind of mind derped you because like I feel like I can't trust anything because of how much I can't see and how many times I get fooled, and I'm vapor locking and I'm like I don't want to touch anything, but that causes me to like stick in the middle of the track and not go for boost pads. Like in those launch pads, there's no real air over walkways there. Most of that is about just getting air to catch some mid-air boost bobbles. Rough. And that mental dorking with you is maybe worse than actually beating you straight up on track. Alright, here we go. Again. I start feeling good about where I am, thinking that I'm about to wrap it up. And then it goes, it's not the final lap. You mulligan. Alright, so I am into second. Ah, man. 2 is all over my backside.
So I feel it almost like
Seriously, with the commercials.
it's like taking a brain experience. I'm seeing myself improving in different ways that I didn't know I could.
There's an air boost there that I'm just like not getting at all.
Trying to make a good impression with everyone I interact with.
When I'm trying to explain something to somebody and I just don't have all the words that I need, it took me a time.
Oh, you're hunting down
When I
first.
started using elevators, it was a revelation.
Oh! Hold it together.
Not process it until you
Hold it together, log! Oh no!
Really easy to get into the games. It's fun, simple.
That's still good though. I'm just frustrated that I was all the way in the lead.
Everyday life when I'm communicating with people.
Alright, you can make sure autoplay is not on. There's about 6 minutes left in that playlist. I had momentary hope that I'd actually podium the championship in 3rd place. Not the case. Yeah, you guys should moan on that one. So we're gonna have to run those back again with a different maglev car. This is one of those times that you're like, should I just put this to the side and like walk away from this? But I feel like I'm on the cusp of breaking through into some podium finishes on some of those individual events, and then closing in on potentially podiuming the race. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to put you guys on the BRB screen, and then I will be right back to continue this. We've got probably about an hour and a half or so left in the live stream on Logic at Dawn, the new morning show on my Twitch channel, where we drink coffee, play games about speed and metal, get under the hood and tinker around a little bit. Probably won't be doing too much of that. But this morning we're playing Fast RMX on the Nintendo Switch, a game that I think doesn't get enough credit for its depth and level of enjoyment. It was a launch title back in 2017 for the Nintendo Switch and still provides a ton of fun. So like I said, I'm going to step away, put you guys on the BRB scene, and then I'll be right back. There's 2 level to have the secondary skill. The lore is amazing. Yeah, I I obviously, the more I spend time in it, the more I understand, you just pick up on it. So let me ask you this, because this is a thing that I mused about on Twitter last week. And I expressed some concern about the game going free to play here in September. This guy's chasing me? And what I said was, when the game goes free to play in September, there's going to be this devaluation of, like, the inherent value that people see in Destiny as a property, because you're going to be able to gain access to it for free. And I also commented that, part of that problem is just inherent in the games as a service looter shooter, because for some people it just becomes all about the loot. And I mentioned that, my thing is, the reason I love Destiny is because anytime you sit down to play for like a 2-hour time block or whatever, there are always these instances, these things that happen where, to me, you get that opportunity to feel like a hero, right? For, 2 hours a day. And, what is this? Energy weapon? I hate having to manage this mess on the fly. Energy, that's full. Come on. Ooh. Some low-level stuff here. Looks like that might be another engram down the road there. Oh no, it's more loot. And so to me, like, even with like the small amount of the lore that I understand, I feel like like the Guardians to me are kind of like, they're kind of like the Green Lantern Corps or like the Nova Corps in Marvel. Oh, I walked into some ish. And to me, the story of Destiny is the story of the Guardians, trying to maintain, you could think of it as the fight of good against evil. To me, it's more of the notion of those who maintain order in the face of chaos. So I gotta catch up here. So Missionane says, support other people so you need the order is amazing. Mentions that she plays Division. I'm also a day one player on that, but I stopped because it's super glitchy. The DLC is going free, and the new one is coming out, which is not free. It's $30 and $60 deluxe. So I'm not. Are you talking about Destiny 2, or are you talking about? Are you talking about the Division? So when Shadowkeep comes out, they're also rolling out Destiny 2 Last Light, which is a free-to-play, the first, like, hour or 2 hours of the game. That invasion of the city where you lose your light and I guess then regain it. And then that will unlock all of the areas. And then you can either play the single-player campaign and associated content, patrols and stuff like that, or you can immediately buy DLC and play DLC. So it's a thing that they're doing to make the game accessible to people who are just onboarding, so they can, as quickly as possible, play with their friends. I apparently misunderstand vastly where it is I need to go or what I need to do. Okay. That would be cool, but also kind of silly. Destiny 2 base and the first 3 DLCs are going to become free, but the new... Right. Yes. We're saying the same thing. Yeah, Shadowkeep won't be free. You will pay for that. My understanding is the first DLCs will you will still have to. I thought you would still have to pay for access to those. You will have. My understanding is you'll have access to the areas, so the planets will unlock. But if you actually want to play through the story-based content, that you still have to pay for access to those.
Place to explode. So.
Now, part of the confusion between this stuff is the Stadia thing. I think is also confused. So on Stadia,
take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
If you bought the Founders Edition and you get the free instance of Destiny 2 on Stadia, that's everything. The game, the base game, DLC, and Shadowkeep.
And put them to good use sowing chaos between your enemies. A lovely idea.
But, I mean, I could be wrong. We've tried to track and follow all this stuff, you know, since it got announced at E3, but a lot of this stuff is, like, until everything actually drops, nobody's gonna know who's right or not. So, Mission 88, one of the things that I do whenever somebody comes into the stream who sticks around and becomes a friend of the channel is herald their arrival with their own individual soundboard for the night. And so, since you are such a Destiny 2 rock star, I will roll out the paparazzi as you come down the red carpet. Shooting over there. Must be somebody inside the hallway. So, Mission 88, do you play, nice. Do you play Destiny 2? What platform do you play on? My eyes getting bad. I'm getting old. Oh, there we go. Nope. Exploding barrels. Shenanigans. So Mission 88 plays on PC. Used to play on Xbox. Like a serious. Well, I apologize. You guys, I guess I missed the scene change there. It's not good. All right. Well, I apologize for that. You guys missed about 3 minutes of action. Hopefully it won't be too big a miss in the 3-hour time block.
Sendai Outpost.
I was like, did I get any speed boost out of that? Ugh. That's what I said. Don't panic. And then don't use your speed boost right here. Wait till you get through this section. Now go. So now what I realize is that that's a that track is a constant left fade. So when I go into that series of jumps, if I can just remember to pull slightly left each time, I got no boost. But at least I had enough of a gap there. That I had nobody challenging me to get to those speed burbles. Boost should. No! I was gonna say if that dude. Still tough to see because your boost trail blocks your view of the part of the track that you want to land on. Alright, so you got a good run there. I put you cleanly in 5th. Picked up a couple of... that's going to cost you. Golly. Gosh darn. What? Yeah, there's no way. Hit boost on that, there's no way you're getting through that. Well, this is a no pass right here. Gold blue. Although I do.
Can't win them all, but it would be nice to win sometime.
Shut up, announcer. Oofda. Well, the Muller is apparently not the trick.
Welcome to Caldera Post.
Stall. Come on, keep coming. No, derp. Derp doo. Now the cheat on this is when there's people ahead of you, this is actually easier because you can just track. When you can't see, you can just track where you're supposed to land based on where their markers are. The problem becomes is if you get out in front, then there's nobody to follow. So you want to be in front, but being in front means being completely blind. But yeah, playing in some of these new setups is usually, like I said, you know, with the Nintendo, I'm in front of a 32-inch Vizio TV. And I'm, you know, sitting way back. So this is a new experience, and I know a lot of streamers stream like this, where they... Because what I've done is I've taken the Nintendo Switch and put it on one of the two dual monitors that I have at this PC workstation, which I know is how a lot of streamers stream. Man, the fall behind penalty is so much. I think it's because on these tracks everybody's packed in really tight. That just took all the wind out of my motivational sails right there. But I know what a lot of them do is through various means they get that console up right on one of the monitors alongside their streaming PC rather than do what I do, which is I just play where I would natively have my console set up if I wasn't a streamer, and then I just run cables over. To the streaming PC. But then I have to do all sorts of stuff as far as like getting the chat near enough to me so that I can see it. And I will admit to the allure of this kind of a setup. Although it creates kind of a desk space problem, because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to remotely cast the gameplay to the PC and then play on the PC. I don't like doing that because it drops the video quality and you lose image resolution. Ah, come on, that shouldn't have been a hit. That's gonna wind up. It's gonna wind up making this a no contest. But I admit to the allure of like the tightness of the setup, and so it may give me some consideration for how to set things up in the new studio. I guess that would. One of the things I've been contending with is my studio space at the new house is technically a skosh bit bigger, I guess, overall, but I have to separate. The space I'm going into for the studio is a little more compartmentalized than being like a big bay. And so I've had some challenges in cable runs and whatnot. Let's try this with the Zyro, excuse me. Far left to pick up all the speed boosts I can. Rocks. Oh, what was that? Something knocked me. So I'm realizing as I'm thinking through that. So one of my big problems has been. So it's kind of like I have more spaces that I can put studio stuff in, but they're more compartmentalized, so I can't put as much stuff in any singular bay. This is one way to think about it. But as I'm thinking through that now, I'm thinking, you know, if I went to the thing where I put the consoles up on my PC workstations, that creates a bit of, I've never liked doing that because it creates a desktop real estate problem. But when I think about it, what it does do, and then I gotta deal with the Xbox One Scorpio and the PS4 Pro and putting them somewhere where they can be on a 4K display. And then sometimes some of those monitors don't have speakers or don't have good speakers. And so that sometimes creates a problem for gameplay when I'm not streaming. I'm going to have to figure out how to hook something up to them so I can hear the audio. Ah, that was such trash. That was the best chance I had at a good finish too. Alright, so despite the problems we had with that run, I feel like still a good run in some ways. Had a lot of promise. Probably the most potential that I've seen out of this morning. How much does potential count for? Not much. But I gotta take hope in something. So yeah, what I'm thinking through now is I'm just realizing. Oh, I got it! Got the big boost! Alright, maintain, maintain! Risky. Go. Gold, gold, blue. Gold, blue. Oh, that's a... Ooh. Oh, man. This is... Ah, come on with that. I'm wondering, that guy keeps splitting left. Coming off that air jump. Wondering if he knows something I don't. Oh, I'm too tight on the pack. I'm getting no speeds. Got some boost though. Go. Uncontested. Gold, gold, blue. Gold, blue. Bow, bow, bow. No boost. Oh, no! Don't let him get you off your game. Don't want to let them force you to over-defend and get out of sorts. Don't panic. Took all the speeds. Ah! Go! Ate it. Speed, 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 speed. Ate it. Yeah, I mean, it's working, but... Oh, blue. Oh, blue. I think this is... Yep. It's time. Frustrating. Nice that I'm not getting any commercials this time on the EDM track playback. Gonna have to make some serious decisions about whether or not I'm gonna keep pounding away at this. I mean, technically the Zyro is my best ship. Didn't get it that time. I mean, if I don't get it with this, yeah, I think that's where I am. I think if I don't get it with this, flip. Then I'm probably gonna go back and maybe grind some other events. At that point, I'll kind of be at my wit's end. I'll be like, I don't know what to do to figure this out. It's good. That one came down without as much air. 3 inches higher, I'd be toast. Frankie. Just trying to shove that guy off. You wound up getting the same boost I got.
Only 2 laps to go.
At least I caught the boost pads that time. I think on past laps, I've gotten knocked like that and gotten distracted and then missed the boost pads. So I kind of got a double penalty. It's like any contact with the thing. I've had it on other tracks where you only get a penalty on that thing if you hit it on a header or eclipse your canopy, but you've been able to land on top of it. Okay, so you cleared it that time. No boost. Make something happen here. Make some moves. I should have just blown that off. Dang, this field is super competitive. A lot of parity with the mag cars in this. Everybody's really close. Gosh. The overtakes are killing me. Nope. So a couple of those jump pads. Come on. Wow. I just got mugged. Like double knocked. Yeah, the jump pads. I gotta figure out the jump pads. A couple of them are just air speed bubble grabs. Then a couple of them are bridge clearance. But then a couple of them are a couple of them have those left and right fades where there are towers in your way if you stay on a straight line. And that's not good. Time overall improved across all three tracks, so that's good. So there's nothing prior to this that I need to grind. Let's move on to titanium and just give that a try. We'll run that in the Zebra. Top speed's not great, but it's got good acceleration and good boost. So I should be back on tomorrow morning as well for another episode of Logic at Dawn.
3, 2, 1, go!
All depends on painters today. Depending on how far they get and what they're ready for. This freaking turbo fans that push you around. Oh no, really? A lot of air on this track. Knocked. Yeah, on this one I'm just wailing away on the boost. Using every little bit that I get.
Only 2 laps to go!
And we're actually staying up with the pack this time. This is much more so a track of just pure speed rather than finesse. So one thing this game doesn't make you contend with is there's no damage model. So in Redout Enhanced, you know, when you get those wall knocks, it actually takes hull damage, and eventually you have no hull left. You get blowed up. You don't have that in Fast RMX, which I'm fine with. I figure that the magnetized cars and the anti-gravity is enough of a challenge to not have a damage model. I feel like this game throws enough other things at you. Crab walks it to third, back to third. walk second down. Nope. The answer's no. But third is the first step to a podium, so. But yeah, at some point I gotta let the painters get in here. I'm really gonna try to tell them that they've gotta get this room done and get back out of here in a day. Try and not impact the live streams too much. If I had my choice, they would get in here tomorrow after tomorrow morning's Logic at Dawn. And then hopefully I would be able to get back in here for the Wednesday night live stream. Oh, okay. Caught it a little bit. So we're probably not going to get into... Well, I don't know. I feel good about the number of unlocks I've been getting, and I'm wondering, I'm like, do I really need to get into multiplayer this morning? But now that I'm thinking a little bit more about it, kind of like, well, maybe we'll actually go to multiplayer after this. I couldn't tell what color those. Oh, that's because they're not boost jumps. They are they're crackle beams that will blow you up. So yeah, going back to talk about setting up for the next studio, I just realized, but if I did run my consoles like that, you know, on the same table as, I just realized I haven't been using my boost at all. On the same table as an associated PC, what I would do is there's two of the tables in the studio setup. One is dedicated to the high-res console, so that's where I put my PlayStation 3 OG as well as my PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One Scorpio. I realized I could eliminate two of those tables if I maintain a setup like what I'm running now, which, again, the setup I'm running now is simply because I have a lot of stuff packed up. And now that I think more and more about it, that's probably what I will do. And then that way, that will eliminate two of the tables. Might actually enable me to set up the new studio. Don't know if it'll allow me to get down to the point where, cause right now I'm going to wind up having to use what I call two pods, which are two of these subsections in the new studio. They're partially walled off from each other. And then have to run like network cabling and stuff through.
Better late than never.
But if I just run a system setup like I'm running now, then I can get rid of two of those tables. I can get rid of the high fidelity console table and the what I call the 1080p console table, which is where the Switch and the PlayStation 3 go. Because even if I put them on little pony tables like I have my gaming laptop on, that would still allow me to get rid of two like 6-foot tables. Now the only thing that means is then I won't have anything hooked up to my 4K TV, which might be okay. Find some other purpose for that. Might even put that upstairs in the main family room and use as the main viewing TV instead of the 40 or 43 inch Vizio that I have up there now. Nope. Oh no. Wasn't thinking. My Pro controller, I guess I hadn't been paying attention to the force feedback, so I got the force feedback that surprised me, and I was thinking about that when I wasn't thinking about the polarity jump that I needed to make. Everybody's way out ahead, and I was like, wait, do I have boost? I do have boost. So we can go ahead and use this segment to start talking about the tech that I have. I should have known. I should have known that was going to happen. I did partially know. Chose not to do anything about it.
Only 2 laps to go.
So as I mentioned, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch this morning. I just got the regular OG Switch, so none of the new SKUs. I am using the Pro controller, which I guess I could say is the one special. Come on, jammy, jammy. Doot, 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 doot. Now the streaming PC that I'm using this morning is my secondary studio PC, which in a lot of ways, well, it goes back. It's got some lineage to it. I frequently just convince myself in that second lap that I'm like, you got this. You're about to finish up. Oh, 1 and 2 are up here in a neck-and-neck fight. It's always what I like, is you two dorking with each other. Puts me in position to take advantage of one of you two. And sometimes when you're 1 and 2, you just want to, like, race nicely. So that third doesn't catch up to you. Because people fight and go slower. Yeah, but what I currently call Desktop 3, or my secondary studio PC, it's kind of the natural successor to my first ever streaming box, which was an HP 030. Oh no! That's too far right. I don't know if I'm going to get that back. Oh, maybe? Boosted back to third on a wing and a prayer. Yeah, which was an old HP 010-300 or 400 or something like that, which was a budget like office box, but it had a Core i7 CPU. I boosted it to like 16 gigs of RAM. Had no GPU in it, so I would stream on the CPU, but this box was the successor to that, and I have since now forklifted it from the original enclosure I had it in. I built it into a mini ITX or micro ITX box initially, and then transplanted it to a micro ATX Q-Pack cube case after I'd done 2 years in the mini ITX. So kind of this box, oh, got the podium! Kind of goes back all the way to like 2015 in some ways, with some of the components that it has in it. It's the one box that I didn't upgrade in 2018. By the time I got to this box, I was just like, that Core i7 7700K CPU is There's not a lot of things that just completely rocket right out of the box, so I was like, I think you can get away with just forklifting this into a new case, so that's what I did. So as I mentioned, it runs on a new racing machine unlock, making lots of progress this morning. After having this game in the backlog for so long and not focusing on getting through all the unlocks. Alright, so we got about 37 minutes left in the live stream. We're going to go check out some multiplayer and see if people are actually playing this game. I don't know. Let's just take the Willard. There's no point in, let's not muck around with playing mid-grade machines. I don't know how this is going to perform with regards to whatever bandwidth I'm sucking up with the live stream, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, this machine, the streaming PC, is fitted out with Intel Core i7-7700K CPU. Now, did I just get... Looks like I just got one guy in here.
Welcome to Caldera Post.
Now the way this works is they should fill it out with AI.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, he got the super boost. And no, they don't. And I'm flying a new boat. That's probably gonna smoke me. Now, and on top of that, I think this is the track that I've just been playing, where there's so much of the GF that you can't see, and with only one dude ahead. I mean, he's not totally gone. Well, you caught the fade there. Dang it, I couldn't see what color that polarity was. Just not getting a lot of boost. This thing it feels slow. I'm guessing what it is. Oh, did he just lap me? It's not going good. Man.
Only 2 laps to go.
Yeah, but he's coming around in his second lap already. I'm just not settling in here. This is also not what I'm used to experiencing with this kind of game in multiplayer. I'm used to the track being full and everybody knocking around into each other and that creating opportunities. He's probably gone now. So that's one thing I've completely forgotten to do, that I can extend my air time a little bit by pulling back on the nose. Ooh, this is rough. First multiplayer match, and who knows how long. And I didn't play a ton of multiplayer on this back in the day because there weren't a lot of people who had this game. But the servers would be surprisingly pretty full back in the heyday. I'm surprised it hasn't told me that this guy's just finished. He's on the other end, sipping on soda pop, waiting on me to wrap up. Although this feels unnecessarily painful, I'm like, if he's finished, they could just end the race. I took the risk that it was gold polarity. Nope. Man, this track and not being able to see drives me nuts. Man, you are just All kinds of what? Very opposite boy right now. It's like whatever polarity it is, hit the exact opposite. That's horrible. Alright, so if he's the only one playing, I'm gonna bounce. Yeah. It looks like there's just nobody else on the server. We'll just go back and play some more Championship. I mean, if he knows how to do the launch boost every time, then like that's just not gonna go anywhere. Let's go back and grind some more platinum and try and figure that out. MacGyver.
Welcome to Sunahara Desert.
So that streaming PC is also fitted out with 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Nope. Whoa! Man, I thought for certain I was going to hit that rock. Man, that was a big burn. Felt like I was going to... This Mad car is fast. It's got a lot of boost, but it does not like to turn in. I feel like that's going to get me caught out at some point. Try to brake and get the nose in a little sooner than I have been. Allow for a little less oversteer. There we go. Go! Very close to reeling 4 in. There we go. Big finish! Come on. No boost, no boost. It's gonna cost you. That might be unrecoverable. As even 5th was trying to sniff a peek. So all I'm seeing this morning is a lot of promise and potential, but no dubs.
Welcome to Sendai Outpost.
I have to change this to grinding with logic at dawn. Now, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one with the grail, with the grading. Shoved him off. Nope, you lost it. Ooh, back to 10th. Yeah, I will say that's one of the grading things is can't restart it. And the way I play racing games is like when I'm like this and I'm so far gone that I'm like I know there's no way I can make a good time. I like to just restart it and not waste my time running through the remainder. But you can't do that on this.
Only 2 laps to go.
Oh, come on. I did that super big risk on the grading part of the track and actually came through it, amazingly enough, only to just completely toss that lead on the ensuing segment. What a soul-crushing thing to happen. I just can't, I can't risk making that great run again. There's no way that I'll pull that off a second time. No! Oh, I actually had a little boost. I was just hitting the boost button out of frustration.
With great speed comes great responsibility.
This championship is just totally owning me this morning.
Welcome to Caldera Post.
Alright, let's try and make something out of the ending here.
2, 1.
Yeah, I think that trick with the boost is it's got to be at the same time, and you where you get penalized for is for jumping the gun. Yeah, one of the things I'm going to have to train myself how to do is when I'm approaching those bridge jumps is I got to... Yeah, there you go. You got to put the propulsion end down or dig the bow forward and duck under the bridge. That's tough because that's responsive. And you never know as you're coming around on that thing exactly what your boost and momentum level is going to be.
Only 2 laps to go.
Got something going here. We're up into third. You were lucky anyway, because you had totally grazed the top of that. Man. Some static grippy grabs twice in a row there. Oof. You had grazed the top of the roof of the cavern anyway. Should have really blown up before I even got to that bridge or tower or wherever I actually derped it. It's twice you've let that happen from the aerial. Alright, so the good news is that wasn't the final lap, so we've actually got an opportunity to make good. Change polarity incorrectly there. Yeah, that was the same thing where I was grazing the roof of the cavern and I was like... And then I missed a polarity drop, but I was like, I don't mind getting a little drag and slowing this thing down. Oh, I clipped the tower as I came by. That was your best chance. That was your best chance at a podium. Well, that's your way to fourth place. Could have been worse. Fifth place finish. I think that was just platinum. Oh, actually, I got a... That's right, I did get a third place finish on titanium. So let's try iridium. And we'll try that in the VASP.
Fast optics.
Ooh. Looks like a ton of overhead obstacles here. Ooh. Ridiculous. Who could even play a crazy game like this? Boost. I think I knocked the guy there. Some good speed music here.
Only 2 laps to go.
Yeah, one thing also that I have to manage is that momentary dissonance that I get when I look up, I see the polarity change, and then I have to check to see what polarity the car is currently at, and whether or not it's matched or mismatched. Knocked. couldn't even tell. Ah, what the heck was going on there? One of the few cases where I'm starting to feel like there are times that usually I'm just inclined to feel like I want to maximize my air time, but as I'm hitting points where the longer you're in the air, the less controllable the craft becomes, and the more uncertainty you have of the road, what's coming up on the road ahead. There's sometimes now where I'm starting to, when I've been airborne too long, I'm starting to nudge the nose down. Flip-de-doo. Aggravating. Alright, so for the live stream equipment that I'm actually using today, I am using the AverMedia Live Gamer Mini GC311 for my capture card, which is a new capture card that was released just this year, actually just a couple months ago, by the French maker of streaming equipment. It actually makes some really good gear. And actually, in a lot of cases, I like their capture cards better than the Elgato's. They've always had, the main thing AverMedia has is its cards typically have more features than the Elgato has. They have in the past suffered some level of reliability in comparison, but that has vastly improved over the last year or so. And I've been really impressed with the GC311. I keep a smaller subset of gear designated as my high reliability gear, which means when I'm setting up for a live stream and I run into a problem, they're the pieces of equipment that I reach for, right, to solve a problem rather than continuing to bang my head against a wall with a given piece of gear. The GC311, and usually most things with me don't get that designation until I've had them as part of my setup and used them for several months to a year. The GC311 is a piece of equipment that just kind of immediately earned that label and that categorization.
Only 2 laps to go.
And so it is one of the capture cards that I've kept out, as I've packed stuff up for the move. Fire! Oh no, I strongly suspected that. I couldn't see because it was dark, but I was like, I feel like there's parts of this track that don't have guardrails. You're correct. Wound up in the sands of time. Alright, we're gonna get the music going again here. We'll just reset it back to the start of this set. Oh no! I'm not going to feel too bad. Out of unlocking the last 3 tracks in the initial championship series, I have knocked one of those 3 down. And I feel like I'm getting some decent runs on these other 2. This is my first run on the final one. So, it shouldn't be surprising that I'm having some hard times on this. Oh, no. Yeah, the problem when there's no guardrail is you gotta get right, well, and I guess with me because I'm trail braking, which means I'm keeping my foot on the throttle at the same time that I'm braking. With that trail braking, you gotta get right on that trail brake and get that nose tucked under, pointed down the inside of the track.
Keep on trying.
The streaming PC also has a gigabyte NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 in the box. Seventh place in the championship. Not great, but also it's the first run, so. Oh no! Oh, this is just a 4-race championship? Sandworm. Ugh. Super slow reaction there on my part to change the player. Jeez. And there is just no sticky to that at all. There are a couple tracks where you're on these kind of tubular sections that you're actually magnetically locked to the track. That is not the case here. You've got to be... Come on, man. The sheer difficulty of this game just kind of rocks my sock. Oh, what? Come on. So redonk.
Only
2 laps to go. Jeez. 10th. Okay, so you are magnetically locked to that as long as you don't go flying off of it, I guess. I was just trying to find like a single line straight through that I could run to get across that section of the bridge. And the rocks come out at different angles. Oh, I missed the lucky. No. I don't know what the heck that was. I think I screwed up the physics engine. I don't think it knew what to do with it either. Sandworm. Oh man, I would like to end on a high note, but with this difficulty of tracks that I have left to complete, I'm like, I don't know that there's any finishing out on a high note this morning. Rough time. 7th place overall. Not good. Alright. Because I feel like I'm close to a breakthrough, I'm going to run Platinum one more time with the Guangzhou. I think I'm not even going to put you guys on the, well, yeah, I'll put you guys on the BRB scene and I will be right back. There's 2 level to have the secondary skill. The lore is amazing. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the more I spend time in it, the more I understand, you just pick up on it. So let me ask you this, because this is a thing that I mused about on Twitter last week. And I expressed some concern about the game going free to play here in September. This guy's chasing me? And what I said was, you know, when the game goes free to play in September, there's going to be this devaluation of, like, the inherent value that people see in Destiny as a property, because you're going to be able to gain access to it for free. And I also commented that, you know, part of that problem is just inherent in the games as a service looter shooter, because for some people it just becomes all about the loot. And I mentioned that, you know, my thing is, you know, the reason I love Destiny is because anytime you sit down to play for like a 2-hour time block or whatever, there are always these instances, these things that happen where, to me, you get that opportunity to feel like a hero, right? For, you know, 2 hours a day. And, what is this? Energy weapon? I hate having to manage this mess on the fly. Energy, that's full. Come on. Ooh. Some low-level stuff here. Looks like that might be another engram down the road there. Oh no, it's more loot. And so to me, like, even with like the small amount of the lore that I understand, I feel like like the Guardians to me are kind of like, they're kind of like the Green Lantern Corps or like the Nova Corps in Marvel. Oh, I walked into some ish. And to me, the story of Destiny is the story of the Guardians, you know, trying to maintain, you know, you could think of it as the fight of good against evil. To me, it's more of the notion of those who maintain order in the face of chaos. So I gotta catch up here. So Missionane says, looking, I guess, support other people, so you need the order is amazing. Mentions that she plays Division. I'm also a day one player on that, but I stopped because it's super glitchy. The DLC is going free, and the new one is coming out, which is not free. It's $30 and $60 deluxe. So I'm not. Are you talking about? Alright, everybody, well, this is going to be the final run for this morning. Again, we're trying the Platinum Championship again, using the Guangzhou Maglev car.
Welcome to Sunahara Desert.
But yeah, I think I've pretty much made the decision. I think I am going to go to these slightly more compact setups. In the new studio, because like I said, that will allow me to let me do a few things. Let's not forget, this is the one without the guardrails. Now the Guangzhou has a little more wing. Knock there on the come down, but way too far out to the side. I can definitely say that in this game it's not necessarily the case that like the highest rated or most powerful, in air quotes, vehicle is the right mag car to run for any given track. It is very much a matter of which car has the right characteristics, as you can see here. Oh, derped it! That's gonna cost you. See if we can hold it together here. Good, I wasn't way far out right in the rocks. And the third, I wish I could figure out a way to get up on first and second. But I don't even see them right now. Oh, and there comes fourth. I immediately pushed him back though. I can see I'm walking up on second, up here around the corner. A big boulder over there on the left. That has made some people, it's Mammy. It's that goofy double. Oh, are you kidding me? What is that? That's, like, I don't even know what that... Like, that's not a hard obstacle on the side of the track. I don't even... Come on, seriously? Glitch. So what the gamer part of me wants to do is just put the controller down and walk away. And be like, I'm not spending any more time in this after that trash.
3, 2, 1.
Still not getting the super boost. No! Panicked. Guangzhou is not doing me right. That was some pretentious-ish right there. Yeah, I may have clipped the side, but I mean, seriously, like, just barely. This game's cheating. Alright, well, this is not going to be the golden parachute that I was hoping for in the final run of this morning. Come on! The game's punishing me unnecessarily. Just have to hold them boosts for once I clear this grading. See it, number 7. Cha-ching. Gold, gold, blue. Gold, blue. I gotta check and see. I don't think there's a first-person view to this. If there was, that might be a little scary. Red out Enhanced Edition does have a first-person view, and usually when I play in VR, that's what I will go to. Because I feel like once inside the visor, I actually feel better about that presentation and a little more in tune with the vehicle. We got knocked and sent asunder. No! Oh! Gold, gold, blue. Gold, blue. Fifth. You are not rocking it, fool. Alright, so this should be the final run of the morning. I will be back on tomorrow morning, like I said, unless the painters actually need me to take this down today. I don't think that's going to be the case based on their current progress. What it may mean is I may not make the variety stream tomorrow night, where I would be playing Pillars of Eternity on the Nintendo Switch. But I do expect that we'll be able to make the Logic at Dawn show tomorrow morning, where we will be playing some more Fast RMX. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just like, it's literally just a hair before the counter ticks. This track has straight owned me this morning, though. Oh. Maybe the rap music is helping out. Get down. Woo! But I was like, so I'm going to set my new motivational mark at if I can get a podium finish here. Wrong choice. Let's just forget what I was about to say. I was going to say if I can make a podium finish at least in this race, I will consider that a success for this race. Everything else this morning has been good. I've unlocked like 3 new cars, 4 new tracks, so it's not been a bad morning of progression. It's just I've gotten into a rut since I've unlocked these final 3 tracks. No. And even since I've unlocked them, I've unlocked a couple new vehicles. I just haven't been able to slay, and I definitely haven't been able to slay in these championships, and I haven't been able to kick really even any of the single courses. Kind of let the vehicle float out to the right there to drift back down. Which wound up being the better part of the valor than pushing something overly aggressively. You missed the boost jump. It's alright. A few more boost bobbles here and a boost pad. Go to blue. Stay blue. Gold. Blue. Boost. Walks away with the first place. Oh, hold on. It flipped over there at the end. Let's make sure. What? No, 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 no. Did I really? Great. Great. Classic. I've just been saying how all morning I have been coming around on that second to last lap, thinking that it's the last lap. Unbelievable. That was the best run I've had this whole morning, and I celebrated too early, and I've probably thrown the race. I've probably entirely thrown the race. Just with how long I had been on this track, I was sure. I'm definitely going to clip that. That is officially like my worst gaming moment ever since I've been streaming. Followed by derping the bridge into 9th place. You're going to bed a loser. Unquestionably. And I mean, I can't blame. I mean, I've had my frustrations with the game this morning, but that was all me and my own stupidity. 5th place. Man. So overjoyed. I thought I came back around on that and it scooped up a win. Wow. Well, thanks a lot for hanging out this morning. If you'd like to see some more embarrassing, overly egotistical, and gameplay, please tune back in tomorrow morning for another episode of Logic at Dawn. Thanks so much for everybody who came through. Thanks so much. What's this dude's name again? Zixkarm for the follow. like I said, we should definitely be back on tomorrow morning. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's where I will definitely post if there is a logistics and scheduling problem with making it. Again, due to the house painting, as I've said, I am making preps to move. It's the final waning days in the studio, which is where I've been live streaming for the last 3 years. And I've kind of started in one place when I got here, and I've grown significantly in terms of what I do for production and where I've landed in terms of live stream channels. So thanks so much for joining in. That's going to do it for me. Until next time, happy hunting, take care of yourself, stay safe out there, play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. Once again, my name has been Agasically Stamus from the Rounding Off Affinity Gaming channel on YouTube, as well as the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. This has been Logic at Dawn. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. Until then, good morning, good day, good gaming, and good luck. That's going to do it for me. I'm out of here.